How on earth are we still in it on the last game of the season after the abysmal performances that we put in all season? But here we are, people. It goes down to the wire. It goes down to the final game of the season. We are still in it. Quite unbelievable. But do you know what? Tottenham Hotspur, as bad as we are, they're 2 points better than us, which is not a lot. And given that we've been extremely poor this season, them being only 2 points better than us means they are just as bad as we are. And they just been defeated by Chelsea 2-1 in order to keep West Ham. I'm laughing because I just can't quite believe that we've now gotten to the 38th game of the week of the season, and there's still a chance for us to stay in the Premier League. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I did actually suggest earlier on today that maybe it's time to put us out of our misery and let Tottenham get the point that they need in order for us to just, wallow in our own sorrow. But it ain't. We've got a chance. We've got a chance. Nuno, you've been given yet another chance. The players who didn't turn up on Sunday against Newcastle, you've been given another chance. Nuno, I don't know what your tactics are going to be like this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. Against Leeds United, but for fuck's sake, mate, you just got to go for it, haven't you? You just got to go for it, not worry about whether they're going to score or not, because I guarantee that Leeds United will score. We've just got to go and score more than them. And we've got Super David Moyes to give us the 3 point, or to give Everton the 3 points they need in order to put Tottenham down. Can it happen? Well, anything can happen because this is football. I always say it's live theatre. It unfolds in front of you. You do not know how a football match is going to turn out, unless you're Arsenal, of course, and then everything goes for you. I mean, another VAR decision, or not even a VAR decision, Havertz. If that had been any other footballer in any other team on any other day, they would have received a red card for what Havertz did to that player against Burnley, and they were dead lucky to still have 11 players on the pitch. Yet another controversial decision that includes Arsenal. So do I congratulate them for being champions? No, I don't think I do. And that's not sour grapes. I just think when a team has had no penalties awarded against them and not one red card awarded against them throughout the whole season, you've got to ask yourself, how's that possible? How is that possible? So congratulations, Arsenal. Oh, well, I can't wait for PSG to tear them a new one. But this isn't about them. This is all about West Ham United. We're still in the Premier League. After tonight's result between Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur, we've got another chance. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to take that chance? Are we going to blow it? I mean, there's been every time this season when we've had the opportunity when we've had the chance to tear away from that bottom three, we've blown it. And we did it again against Newcastle. Good team, Newcastle. But as someone pointed out to me, a stat that was pointed out, every time Newcastle play against a back three, something like 15 times they played this season, or I don't know, this season, I guess. Every time they played a back three, they've won 12 times. Newcastle were there for the taking on Sunday. No, let me rephrase. No, I take that back. They weren't there for the taking. We should have gone at Newcastle on Sunday. We should have had the courage of our convictions, and we should have gone at them. We've got a final chance to do that. Nuno, you cannot play defensive, mate. You're going to have to go with 4 at the back. I'd even put just 2 defenders and put 5 strikers on. Oh, hang on a minute. We don't have 5 strikers in the squad, so you can't do that. Look, I'm a little bit almost punch drunk because we're not relegated. And it's going down to the last game of the season. We are not relegated yet. But boy, oh boy, we're lucky. Only because Tottenham Hotspur is as shit as we are. That's as simple as that. That's all. And you know what's going to happen on Sunday? The best shittest team is going to stay in the Premier League. That's what's going to happen on Sunday. So we're either a little less shit than Tottenham are, or they're a little less shit than we are, because we're both crap and we both deserve to be where we are. And one of these two teams on Sunday evening, early evening, is going to be down in the Championship, and the other one is going to be wondering, what on earth hit us? How come we've managed to survive? And I really, really hope that it's going to be West Ham United surviving, because I was pretty certain after Sunday that that was it for us. I was pretty certain after the game against Newcastle that it was done. Tottenham will find a way of getting a point. And here's the irony. Did you see that call for a penalty when Cucurella pulled down? I don't know who it was, and it was looked at. And now imagine the furore if that had been given as a penalty when we had exactly the same situation against us, against Arsenal, and the goal was wiped off. It was given us a free kick. Imagine if Spurs were given a penalty. What then? What then? Right, let's go into the chat, because I'm just like, I've got to take the stupid smile off my face because we haven't won anything yet. We go down to the last game of the season. We've got to play Leeds United. Leeds United are not going to let us win that game, and they're gonna go at us, and they're very likely to score first as well. Good evening, Harry. How are you, mates? It is a beautiful evening after all. Come on, you are Irons. Good evening, Foxes. Toha. I was on time because I couldn't miss this one, could I? Toha again. Harry, that was something. Good evening to you, Sharky. How are you, mate? Come on, the Toffees. Come on, David Moore. I mean, the massive irony. Imagine if we've got David Moyes saving our skin after. Look, let's not go into should Moyes have stayed or not. Everyone's got their reasons for wanting him gone. There's others that wanted him to stay. I was, in the end, I reluctantly said, yeah, he's got to go. But imagine the irony if David Moyes kept West Ham United in the Premier League in the last game of the season by beating Tottenham Hotspur. So long as we beat Leeds United on Sunday. Nothing but a win. We can't draw. It's got to be a win. So Nuno knows exactly what he needs to do. David Moyes knew what he needed to do. So let's see if Nuno knows what he needs to do. And I've got Wiggy on a promise. If David Moyes keeps us in the Premier League on Sunday, Wiggy's going to sing "We've Got Super David Moyes." I'll be joining him. Darren, good evening to you. Hanging on by a fingertip. We sure are, mate. I think the fingertips have come off. It's the skin around the fingertips that we're hanging on by, if that's even possible. Good evening to you, Vinay. We have a chance. If Nuno gets attack shy and starts imagining Leeds or Man City, the outcome won't be good. It won't be at all. Brewbaker, good evening to you. Moyes to avoid the drop again. I mean, imagine if he did. Imagine, it's just madness. Thank you, Chelsea. Yes, by the way, thank you, Chelsea. Good evening to you, Francis. There he is. There he is. You're practicing. We've got Super David Moyes. You're going to be singing it loud and proud on Sunday evening, mate, if we stay up. I tell you that. Richard, good evening to you. Still not over. It isn't. I can't believe it. Am I pleased, or did we want Spurs to put us out of our misery tonight? Answer me that. Did we want them to put us out of our misery? Can we go through another 90 minutes or 95 minutes or wherever it's going to be on Sunday with Nuno trying to hold a 0-0 draw until the last minute? We have to go for it big time. Good evening, Peter. Good evening to you, Ray. I know they only need a draw. I know that. But Super David Moyes is going to beat them. David Moyes is our saviour. Good evening to you, Devon and Dave. How are you? Vinay. Can't make this up. We're relying on David Moyes to give us a chance. I would give him the freedom of Newham if he won that game and we won the game on Sunday. Anthony, that was nerve-wracking. I wasn't nervous. I was watching the game, but I wasn't nervous. When they scored, I thought, okay, because it would be what it is. If they got the point that they needed, then fair play. They deserved it. My fear now is Nuno, Jonathan. Good evening to you. Toha, Wiggy's in the chat wearing a loud shirt. I hope he always does. Good evening to you, Ronnie. How are you? You are not beating Leeds anyway, wet spam. Oh, thank you for joining, Ronnie. Much appreciated. I'd wish you luck on Sunday, but I'd rather not. Sharky, we just need, you're not beating Everton either, mate. So there you go. We just need to win. Come on, you Irons. Big Betty Beto is going to score against Spurs on Sunday. Vinay, I'm worried about Nuno. I'm more worried about Nuno than Leeds. Harry, good evening to you. We need to roll out the Moyes Tifo on Sunday. If Nuno dares play 5, I don't think he will. I think he learned that lesson after 25 minutes and then he changed it. Too late, I guess, but there you go. Anthony, come on, Moyes. I've never seen so much love for David Moyes as we've got right now. Good evening to you, Troj. I hope you're well. Let's not celebrate just yet. No hasn't got a clue. He better have a clue on Sunday. He better pull out all the stops. Jamie, good evening to you. The Premier League must be worried about losing Spurs. They probably are, but they could have given them that penalty. They could have given them that, and who knows? Phil, go on, you Hammers. I hope you stay up and the Spuds go down. Thank you, mate. I don't know who you support, but much appreciated. Gary, I'm laughing and crying. What else can you do? Laugh and cry at the same time. Mr. McLaren, he better effing attack. Craig, hello, mate. To be fair, do you really want to stay up? Fed up, struggling last 4 seasons. I'm sick of Sullivan. I agree, mate. But this might be, how many times have we said this? But this might be the wake-up call that he needs. That whatever happens, if we stay up or if we go down, the board have got to invest money. They've got no choice in the matter. They've got to put their hands in their pockets, whether we stay up or go down. Let's see what he does. If this isn't a wake-up call, I don't know what will be. Sharky, Moyes, we believe in you. It's me, Sam. Good evening, Sam. Sullivan out. Nuno out. Yeah, but let's wait until after Sunday. Vinay, sack Nuno, let Paco take it, or lock Nuno in the toilet. I think you've got more chance of the latter rather than the former. Drudge, both defensive managers. Now is the time to attack. Third man, Everton haven't exactly made a habit of winning at Spurs over the years. Well, why not change a habit of a lifetime and do it this time round? Gaza, come on, Moisey. You know you hate Spurs. Wiggy, he knows exactly what we need. Simon, Everton will... I don't know where the rest of that sentence is. Ironclad, good evening to you. I'm not cheered by Everton's recent form. 3 draws and 3 defeats. Time for them to win a game. Good evening to you, Keith. Kalimera to you. Kalispera to you, mate. Belated. Thank you very much, mate. Sorry about that. My heart can't take this. I'm too old. Poxy football, Poxy West Ham. David Moyes' blue and white army. I'm not able for this. Listen, it's going to be nerve-wracking. I don't know how I'm going to, so I don't know how any of us are going to survive it come Sunday. We're going to be not only keeping one eye on the game in front of us, but we're going to be keeping one eye on the score over in North London as well. Anthony, Spud's only won 2 games this season at home. Don't jinx it, mate. Sharky Tarkovsky can put in a masterclass. Let's hope he does. Dark Star, we should have been safe by now. Spurs gave us every opportunity. Hammers Football TV, good evening, guys. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Good evening to you, Nigel. You couldn't script this. David Moyes could be returning to save us on the final day. Everton will beat Spuds, then we'll blow it against Leeds. That's the thing I think we're all worried about, isn't it? That's the thing that I think we all fear, that Everton will do their business, but we don't do ours. Vinay, the Man City verdict is coming soon, according to rumours. Well, that's why Pep's leaving, I think, and that's why they haven't won the league. Because the Premier League didn't want the embarrassment of having to take the Premier League trophy away from them. But that's just my assumption. Trudge, the only thing more massive than West Ham is your mic. Well, let me bring it closer. There you go. See, it's pretty small. It's where it's positioned, you see. I thought you were going to say something else there, Trudge. I got a bit worried, mate. The Poch, good evening to you. So you're telling me there's still a chance? The Poch, there's still a chance. Ray, no confidence in no. You better have it for Sunday, mate. Good evening to you, Mandy. It's written in the stars still. Moyes saved us from relegation as a manager. Now he can save us again managing another club. Honestly, I mean, is it written? It is, isn't it? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, because it really is down to, it doesn't matter what happened. Well, of course it matters what happens over there on Sunday, but it matters what happens in East London on Sunday as well. Sam again, we need Ndiaye and Beto to absolutely smash Spurs. Dark Star, can Everton beat Spurs? Can we beat Leeds? This is the thing. We've got no choice. We've got to win. There is no draw, no nothing else. We've got to win. They can get a draw and they'll still win. And they can get a draw and they still stay up because of goal difference. That's what could happen. So we've got to win. And they've got to lose. Styron, it pisses me off that all we had to do was get a draw over the last 3 games and we'd be in a better spot. Yeah. Debbie, Mark, good evening to you, Mark. Who would have thought that we need the help of Moyes to save us for the 3rd time, need Nuno to grow a pair against Leeds and not do a Newcastle debacle? Siron, a win would have been massive, but even just a point would mean Tottenham would need to win. If we win and now, yeah, I know, mate, I know. So the only outcome on Sunday that's going to benefit us is that we win and they lose. They're the only 2 outcomes. There's nothing else. There's no draw. There's no this, that, on the other. We win, they lose, we stay in the Premier League. It's a tall order. It's still a lot to ask for. It really is. They're going to be at home. They're going to be fired up. They'll be disappointed that they didn't get the point against. They didn't get at least a point against Chelsea tonight. So they're going to go for it, and they're going to give Everton a really hard time. I would be very, very surprised. As much as I'm a bit cock-a-hoop at the moment, a little bit punch drunk, I'd be very surprised if they mess it up. But there's always a chance. There's always a chance. John, if Spurs win, it's only their 3rd win at home this season. So the form says the odds are stacked against them. Everton can be a nasty bunch of gits and will relish the opportunity to put Spurs to bed. Dignity, good evening to you. Good luck, Hammers from Brighton. Thank you, mate. Really appreciated. BJ, Stel, you're totally correct. When we have a chance to win a game, we screw it up. I think we will do the same again. It's so frustrating. Good luck on Sunday. Let's hope that all the lessons that Nuno has learned throughout the whole time that he's been in charge of our team this season, he'll finally learn from them and not go experimenting with the formation, not go experimenting with playing players out of position, but just play the best team you've got with the best chance we've got. He learned a big lesson on Sunday. Don't play Callum Wilson up front on his own. Don't play 3 at the back because that's no good. Think about what you need on the right-hand side. Wiggy was talking about why did Kyle Walker-Peters get dropped. I would actually play Kyle Walker-Peters on Sunday because he offers more solidity, which allows Jared Bowen to go further forward. Now, Jared Bowen has been pretty poor. Him and Somerville need to turn up on Sunday. They need to turn up and they need to start either creating chances or banging in the goals themselves. Christian, Nuno will shit the bed for this one, I hope. I don't know who you support, Christian, but I hope he doesn't. Sam again. The Arsenal robbery will relegate us. Well, we've relegated ourselves. If we go down, it's down to us, as people have said in the chat. We had plenty of chances to pull well away from the bottom 3, and we haven't taken them. Vinay, this year they should relegate 4 teams. Daniela, good evening to you. Spurs fans getting so touchy. They are, but who cares? Steve, still, mate, maybe I'm wrong after all. I hope so. I hope you're wrong too. Hilton Ellis, so do I. I don't know what you do too, but thank you. Mandy, out of us and Spurs, I know which squad is going to enjoy training this week over the other. Good point. Good point. This is going to give us a massive boost. We can't get any lower, can we, Mandy? We can't get any lower. And Spurs will probably be thinking, why are we in this position? Because you're as shit as we are. Hammers Football TV. I always said it would go to the last game, Stel. And it has indeed. It has indeed. Hammer 84. My heart was ticking a bit too much the last 9 minutes. Imagine what it's going to be like on Sunday, mates. John, chin up, Stel. All of them. Only one still, just about. Gaza. It doesn't matter about the point against Arsenal, as 1 point would not have made a difference. Well, would it have meant? Oh, I'm not going to sit down and work it out. Life's too short. You're probably right. K-Not, good evening to you. Sunday is going to be horrible. It won't be if we go 1-0 up and we hear that Tottenham Hotspur go 1-0 down. Fred, can't believe we're still in the last game of the season by the skin of our nutsacks. Martin, it's either going to be a fantastic Sunday night or the absolute pits of a Sunday. I'm still expecting for us to get relegated. So will I be really disappointed? I'll be disappointed if we've got it in our hands and we hear that Spurs are losing and then we fuck it up. That's the only way I'm going to be really disappointed. If it's in our hands and we don't mess it up and we hear Spurs are losing, only then will I be disappointed because I'm still half expecting us to go down. Jay Harris, good evening to you. I'm convinced, Del, that's why pen wasn't given because it looked like one. Was it any worse than our disallowed goal? Bernie, almost unbelievable still. I'm lost for words. I thought I'd be, but I'm not. Adrian, Sunday, what a dilemma for us Leeds fans. Mate, please. No, you know what? We've got to win on our own merit, Adrian. That's the way football works. We've got to win on our own merit. And so do not feel bad. You know, if you thump us, you thump us. And we deserve it. You know, if you beat us and you beat us fair and square, we deserve it. Leeds have a lot of injuries. It means nothing. Ian, Stel Nuno will play 6 at the back. Victor, good evening to you. The last 20 minutes was so difficult. Imagine what the next 90 minutes on Sunday is going to be like. Daniela, I heard Leeds players are on the piss tonight, the awards night. I wish they were doing it on Saturday night rather than tonight, Daniela. That means they've got a few days to recover. I don't like that. They should have done it on Saturday night. They should have had their awards night on Saturday night. Sai, only prolong the inevitable, quite possibly, mate. Dave, Moyes can help us. Can he? I mean, mate, he'll be the best manager West Ham has ever had. If he wins and we win, David Moyes is the best manager West Ham have ever had because he's still helping us out when he's not even managing us. Gaza. We're good friends with Leeds now. They'll do a solid. Pash. Good evening, Pash. Come on, Wiggy, sing along. David Moyes' Claret Blue Army, ironclad. Still, have you seen the old clip of the Premier League CEO saying that the Premier League, every 6 years, they got what they wished for, didn't they? Rendez, good evening to you. Moyes will not forgive West Ham. I think he might want us relegated. I think he's got a soft spot for us, mate. I really do. Or certainly for the players, if not the owners. Hammer time. Can't wait for Sunday. Hopefully the stadium will... now... We've got something to sing about and cheer about. And I bet you there's not going to be an empty seat because now we've got something to look forward to. You know, had Spurs have gotten their point tonight, that stadium could have been half empty on Sunday, the London Stadium. It's going to be rammed now. And we're going to be singing from the start to the end. Fingers crossed. It's going to be all worthwhile. VAR, I just hope they switch the fucking machine off on Sunday and not have VAR at all. Unless, of course, it goes in our favour. Christian, Tati hat-trick on Sunday, Bowen in off the arse. I'll take that anytime. Debon and Dave, attack. Mango, good evening to you. Nuno has to make 2 changes. Areola, yes. I want Areola in goal as well, especially the way Hermansen, great distributor of the ball. And so he passes it, he whacks it. So Tadebo's not even looking. And then Tadebo's gone, what do I do now? You know, both at fault. Tadebo didn't try hard enough. But what sort of pass was that by Hermansen? I would take Areola in goal and I will put Walker Peters in. And you've got to put Tati in with Will. If you start Wilson, you've got to put Tati in. I've got a feeling it'll be Pablo and Tati up front on Sunday. Jay Harris, get the loudest shirt you got, Wiggy. Well, that's not hard. That's not going to be difficult for him to do, is it? Toha, how many Leeds players going to the World Cup? They should be all rested so they can't be injured, surely. Smokey, unbelievable. I'm so happy, but massive game on Sunday. Leeds were going to be tough. Hope we turn up, not like Newcastle. This is the thing that hurt most is we didn't turn up on Sunday. Yeah, the team was wrong. The formation was wrong. The tactics were wrong. I get all that, but the players didn't turn up. Dads, good evening to you guys. I hope you're well. Can I come on for 50? You can indeed. You can indeed. Send me a message on Facebook Messenger, and I'll send you a link. Do that, and I'll send you a link. Stuart, how many lives have we got? 1 more, it seems. The cat of 9. I mean, you know, I've got 3 cats. They've got 9 lives each. So by that, I take 27 lives. West Ham United. I go by the number of cats I've got. The Duncest, the Duncest, good evening to you. We stay up and appoint Moyes immediately. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Let's not eat humble pie. Jamie's. Moyes could become the ultimate West Ham legend this Sunday. If we win, and who's that? It's one of the 3 cats trying to get into an empty box. If we win and David Moyes, Everton wins, I don't want to. I want the whole stadium to sing "We've got Super David Moyes." I really do. Wayneo, good evening to you. Up the hammers. Danny, hey, Stel, we succumbed to relegation, but now once again we've been given hope, and it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? It's the hope that just drives you absolutely nuts. Come on, you Iron Hammers. My goodness, Hammers fans, stock up on rum and beer for Sunday to celebrate or drown your sorrows. Let's see. Who else have we got here? Good evening to you, Donna. How are you? Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. But this is West Ham United. It's drama unfolding in front of your very eyes. Moyes, the Slayer, Trodge. Good evening to you, Sim Cuts. I hope you're well. Let me just check on Dad's. Have they sent me a message anywhere? Bear with me a second. I do apologize. Not there. So let's have a look at the other account. There you go. I'll tell you what, mate. I've seen. Right. I'm just going to send you the link as it is. So sorry about this. I won't be a second. Chat amongst yourselves whilst I do this. XNZ. What else we got here? There you go, Adam. Hopefully you can get on that. Sorry about that, people. I've lost about 50 viewers by just going quiet for a few seconds and not surprised. John, I'm a bit sadistic. I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm kind of looking forward to it now. Maddison's such a diver. Let him dive. He got nothing for it. Ian, do you think the players care? They better do now. I tell you what, Ian. I tell you what. Yes, I do think they care because when they came over, I was there on Sunday, of course, with Wiggy and Paul and Ange and Mush and Julie and all that. When the players came over to thank us on Sunday, and some of the fans started singing "You're not fit to wear the shirt," you should have seen some of the look on the look on some of the players' faces. They were like, "Oh shit, we fucked up." You know, I think they do care, and they what they'll do from that. You know, I looked at Fernandez, 21-year-old lad who must have been thinking, "Wow, they really mean it." You know, well, you're not fit to wear the shirt. They really mean it. I think they will care on Sunday. I think they're going to put a lot of effort in. Graham, good evening, mate. Migraine incoming. Come on, you irons. Dignity, believe in miracles. We're going to need one, aren't we? Stuart, early goal for us. Then Tottenham can't play open. I hope so. Mark, can you imagine the nerves for Spurs if we score early against Leeds and Everton score early against them on Sunday? No nerves. I'll be smiling. Donna, Chelsea were pants tonight and still won. That shows how awful Tottenham Hotspur are. We're bad, but so are they. Pitch on other. It's written in the stars. Come on, Moyes. So I'll just call you Pitch. Pitch on. Mr. Burden, how are you? Mr. Peters says that you're going to say that Tottenham are going to draw and we're going to win 14-0. Hope you're okay. Well, Mr. Peters is a dick. Trodge, Chelsea were throwing... no, we're going to win 15-0 and they're going to draw. Chelsea were throwing that game so hard, amazing Spurs didn't take advantage. Martin, Lifeline, absolutely. It is a lifeline. Hammers Football, hey, Harry, Brendan, top gents. Who else we got? Hammers Football, if you send me a message, I'll try and get you a link as well. Well, I've delivered it. Adam, you haven't read your message, mate. I've delivered it back to you. I'm not doing it on your phone. You can't get on your phone. So you're going to have to look at your messenger where you sent me the message, mate. Getting on your phone, it won't work. Upton, I knew they would bloody drag us in it again. Mark, it's not in our hands still. I know. It is and it isn't. I can see us beating Leeds. Can't see Everton beating Spurs. Super David Moyes. He knows exactly what we need. A win. Lowestoft White. Spurs sent Leeds down last time round. Hopefully West Ham and Leeds can send them down. Let's hope so. Jay Harris. Our players will feel better in training than the Spuds. Hope that's a positive. I believe it will be. Fingers crossed. They have to go for it, Kieran, and hope Leeds are on the bench and Everton are not. Well, Everton have got Europe to play for. They're still in with a shout for Europe. So hopefully, Apache, if there's a team that can bottle this now, it's Tottenham Hotspur. Followed up by West Ham United. Moyes is our hero. Fox is Daniela. It'd be nice to send Spuds down after they've been given it large the last 3 weeks, wouldn't it just? Hammers Football. Cheers, Harry. Up saying cheers. Stuart Nuno will bring in Kilman and place. Probably. Graham, can our players just ignore no and play to win? Hammer time. Could David Moyes be the man to keep us up again? Could well be. Ian, lifelong leads here, but I won't be crying on Sunday if we lose and Everton win. We won't lay down, so it's up to you guys to earn it. Absolutely. And we expect no favours, and we will get no favours. If we're good enough to stay up, we'll stay up on our own merit. If we're not, then you'll deserve it, mate. You know, you've done well. Well done to Farke for the way he's changed your team around. Fantastic efforts. Chris, good evening to you. Good evening, mate. Nuno needs to grow a set and go full time on this Sunday against Dirty Lee. They're not dirty anymore. They're our friends. Ian, evening still. We've got a chance. We will do, mate. There he is, Adam. I'll put you on in a minute, mate. David, good evening to you. All things going well. I propose a statue of David Moyes outside the London Stadium, 1 trophy and 3 rescues from relegation. Colin, good evening, mate. Always special last Sunday. Always nail-biting. Miracles can happen. Always some surprise results, but Nuno worries me. He needs to go, not be negative. Absolutely. I'm going to bring my guest on and see how he is. Adam, hello, mate. Can you hear me?
Still, how you doing, mate? You good?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better tonight than I did the past 2 weeks. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, the Brentford result, the Arsenal result, and the Newcastle result, I think, definitely took its toll on my lifestyle.
Yeah, it's taken its toll on all our lifestyles. And the thing is, mate, when you look back, not that it's any consolation. When you look at the Brentford game, hitting the woodwork several times, and then PGMO coming out and saying, oh, yeah, by the way, you should have had 2 penalties. That doesn't make anyone feel... That makes me feel worse when that comes out. And then, of course, the result against Arsenal, you know, where we played really well and we deserved something. And then, you know, at some point, they're going to admit that, you know, they got that goal wrong as well. And that doesn't make you feel any better either. But then, given that what happened with those 2 games, the way we went out on, against Newcastle and performed, it was so lackluster. And being there and seeing it was just so very disappointing. I don't know how you felt about it, mate.
Yeah, as I say, the Newcastle result just completely knocked the sales out of us. Like you wait all weekend. The last game's really to be played on that weekend, and you're building yourself up, and you go and sit down, and then within 20 minutes, it's almost feels like it's over, and it's just I just think his tactics and stuff just wasn't the right thing to do. It's just baffling, and I think that's just the whole frustration with Nuno is that just revert to basics, just get a job done, and then and the problem with him is just that he keeps tweaking it, he keeps changing a squad that works well, and it's just really tough. It's really tough. That was a
surprise. He tweaked it, and he didn't have to tweak it. By the way, before I forget, promote your channel, mate. Tell everyone who you are.
So I run Dad's Our Job TV on YouTube. It is all West Ham content now. I did do it previously, just after the Euros when we lost to Spain. It was a West Ham and Arsenal channel, but January this year. Yeah, congratulations, Arsenal, by the way. I have to say that.
No, congrats.
But yeah, from January we called it a day. Had a bit of a sabbatical with it or whatever, and then just got a bug for it again and decided to do it all West Ham. It's going to be themed. It's going to be like a retro theme. So you're going to have like old screen sort of graphics, question of sport topics, and just a bit of banter with Soccer AM. Just want to kind of bring that kind of feel good factor football channel back, and it seems to be getting a lot more positive feedback, really, which is good.
We need the positive, don't we? Even if because if we do go down, it's going to be quite doom and gloomish, and we need positive channels to sort of fans get negative. Fans can have all the shit and the negativity when we're at the game, etc. But you wanted something a bit light-hearted, don't you? When you go on,
that's it.
YouTube.
That's it, mate. It's just I just want people to start interacting with each other better than just, like I say, just coming on and just talking and giving their opinions on the club. I mean, I want to see our fans kick a football in a bin in their garden, and I've got that challenge set up. So that's called the Trevor Brook bin challenge. So you set up a wheelie bin in your garden, 12 yards away, chip the ball in, see how many times you can do it. my dad had a go, and it took him 8 attempts. But then this evening we just done a stream, and a guy done it in 3. So
Well,
yeah,
well,
so that was really good, and you could just see the excitement of this middle-aged man kicking a ball in a bin and running around the garden doing knee slides in celebration. So yeah, that's what I want to kind of bring back, the kind of fun factor to it.
that's
Um,
excellent.
yeah, so we do things like that. We've got Dodsey. He's got a regular feature on the show now.
Oh
He's
God,
called
you can't keep him quiet.
No, he's but it's long enough for him to make an impact. So I don't know if fans of people in the chat remember the Fast Show.
Yeah.
And there's a sketch called Jesse's Diets. So now we've
Yeah,
got
yeah, I remember the Jesse's diets. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this week I've actually been eating chicken, and that's it. So I've basically got Dodsey doing this week. My job this week is empty the bins, and that's it. So I've just got these little snippets now of him doing all these different jobs and stuff. So, and that's called Dod's his job. So a little play on words. So
well, people do subscribe to it. Do subscribe to Dad's Our say it again, mate, because I'm going to get it wrong.
Dad's Our Job TV.
Dad's Our
So,
Job
yeah.
podcast. Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
So when it comes, let me ask you a quick question. Quick question in 2 ways. We stay up. Does Nuno stay? Do you want him to stay?
For me, no. I've been I've not really wanted him in the role, and I think given the media, how can I put it, the sort of he's going to be leaving the Championship and stuff. I mean, I'm not being funny. If that was me in the job, and if I was on the verge of taking this club down, wouldn't your reaction be, no, I'm staying, I want to get the club back up? I've not heard a word of that. And that to me kind of says he's only here for one reason, and he's not here for the right reason. He's here for the money. He's twerking. He twerked to get the job in the first place. And as soon as Potter was in the Rush Green packing his bags, Nuno's outside in the car park waiting to get in. And I don't really like that. Maybe that's just age and influence, but I just don't think he's the right man for what we are. But he's probably would take it for now, because who else is there to kind of take that role on? So it's I'm not content with it. Let's just to say that.
Let me ask you the second part of the question, and you kind of alluded to it. If we do go down, and if he decides to stay, would you take him?
No.
Really?
No, not for me. Not for me in the Championship. No, I think he's had one season in the Championship.
Yeah,
and he was managing a Wolves squad that had an unlimited pot of cash for that. I mean, to go and spend £25 million on Ruben Neves from Portugal, one of Portuguese, star wonder kids, and then go get Diego Jota as well from Porto. I just think they threw a lot of money at it, and I don't think he would stay, because he's not going to get that luxury with us, especially with us.
That's for sure. Yeah.
So ideally, I'd want a coach that comes in, works well with the youth academy. I know if you see my tweets that I've just put in the sort of content out there to get a response on it. We've got a good youth academy. They're not necessarily the answer, but if we can build around that with senior players, get a manager that gets the best out of the team.
We need some stalwarts, don't we? Yeah. We need, because I've been seeing a lot of messages about going down, and now it's going to be the chance for Kante and Potts and Earthy and all that to do the business. They won't do it without some really serious experienced players to come in. And I love our academy, but I think we big up our academy far too much. I think there are players there that are not as good as we'd like to think that they are, but with experienced players around them, this is if we go down, with experienced players around them, they could become better than what they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've got five. I think we've got 5 really good academy talents that we could rely on. Like, you've got Ollie Scholes. I think he's a better defender than Diouf. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'd incline to agree. Or they're on a par. He's certainly not worse. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Ezra Myers, I think he could have a shout for a position. I think Finn Herrick will make a good number 2.
Yeah.
Freddie Potts will start in the Championship. I think Kante will start in the Championship. And then you've got the option there of Josh Ujala that's not been proven yet. You've got Callum Marshall that has a lot of experience out on loan at the moment. So there's a few.
There's some talent there. Yeah.
George
So
Murphy is one.
who would you want then to manage that squad next season if we go down and it's not Nuno?
Well, Scott Parker's obviously the name on everyone's lips at the minute, and I think he ticks all the boxes because one, he's a free agent, two, he's a former player of the year, and three, he's proven at Championship level. But then it's always questionable about Premier League. For me, I think you've got to think outside the box with this sort of appointment. I mean, I'll keep a close eye on what happens at Leeds, because if Daniel Farker ends up leaving Leeds, I think he'd be the perfect man to take us up. Because for me, if we
Is
go,
there a chance that he's leaving? I've not heard anything. I
I
don't know
don't.
if you
I
have.
know. I know he's put like a vote of confidence to his own board to basically say back me or sack me. So I think he wants funds in the Premier League to be able to deliver, and I think he's a good enough manager. He's won the Championship title 3 times with Norwich and Leeds, and for me, if we go down, I think that's a trophy that we've not had, and to get our hands on that historic Division 1 trophy, I think that would be my sort of goal. We need to win that league. If we
Yeah.
come second, it ain't good enough for me.
Yeah.
So we have to win that. So I think if you've got someone like him to win that league, I think that would be a good appointment. But that all depends on whether there's a breakdown, and then how long do you go on and wait for Farker. But another one to keep an eye on, I think Danny Roll at Rangers. I think he could be a good option. Hansi Flick's number 2 at Germany and Bayern Munich, managed at Sheffield Wednesday. Tough environment to be managing in, let's be fair. And he's gone to Rangers, again, another tough environment. And I think if he ends up leaving Rangers at the end of the season, I think that could be one to look out on.
Do you think he'd go to the Championship?
Danny Roll? Yeah, I think so. I think he would. I think the Championship is probably, I think it's, what is it, the 7th most attended league in Europe. So I think if you're managing a big club like us in that league, I think it'll be hard to refuse. I think you've seen a lot of managers dip down from Scotland to go into the Championship. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But again, I just don't trust the ownership in terms of them making the right decision. So we'll probably end up with someone like Sean Dyche.
Well, yeah, I think the favourite is going to be Parker. I think knowing the way Sullivan thinks, he will go for a manager that will, he did it with Allardyce. He'll go for a manager that will prove that's already proved that they can do it, and the fact that I'm right in thinking that he's brought 3 teams up, hasn't he? Is it 3 or 2? Certainly Fulham and Burnley.
Parker.
Yeah. So Sullivan, knowing the way he thinks, will probably go, that's the man for me. The problem is, of course, as you've just alluded to, if he gets us up, then what? Because he's also proved that he can't keep a team in the Premier League. And that's the problem.
But then do we give him that opportunity? Because he's had experience with Fulham, he's had a little bit of experience with Bournemouth, but then he's got history of, if he's not backed, he kind of voices his concern very early on. Like, I think he conceded 16 goals in 3 games for Bournemouth's first 3 fixtures, and then he left because he wasn't getting the backing. They get Iriola, and now look at them. It's probably just down to the right person at the right time. But he's had near enough a full season at Burnley. I think they gave him the chop as soon as they were relegated, and put Michael Jackson in charge. But I think he's got experience under his belt. It won't be long before he picks up another job. It's just whether it's the right time with us. I mean, people saying Craig Bellamy. Again,
I like Bellamy and I like his attitude, but it's the experience, it's the lack of experience that would worry me. I know he's been assistant manager,
I think his personality will ruffle feathers with the ownership, and I think that's why it just ain't gonna happen. And also they've got to pay compensation for him. So I just don't think it's going to happen.
Which ain't going to happen then.
So I just don't do that. But another one, I'm a big personal favourite of this guy, Will Still, and I know he gets a lot of criticism, but
from me, to be honest.
Mainly from you. When I suggest it, I'll get the knock back straight away. But
don't get a polite remark, no.
But I think, like I say, looking at what's happened at Southampton today, I mean, he's been ridiculed for his job at Southampton this season because he couldn't get the best out of them. He always said it's a 2 to 3 year plan to get this team to where it should be to be a contender and be a Premier League thing. And I think seeing the developments of today of Southampton being kicked out for Spygate and then admitting to doing it for 4 other teams in the Championship kind of makes you wonder, okay, so did they cheat or get an advantage to get themselves in that position? Like, there's no coincidence that they went 16-game unbeaten run. It's because they've been seeing the opposition before, getting a leg up. So maybe Will still had a point in terms of they weren't really there and they had to go to a different.
I think for me, Will Still, when I look at his record, he finished mid-table. He did all right in France. But it's more or less mid-table.
Yeah.
And then, when he left Southampton, they were languishing, weren't they? Before they went on that run.
They were like middle bottom of the league.
Yeah,
so they were like the bottom end of the middle table. Yeah, but I just think he's got a lot of. I just think he's got a lot of good traits about him. Like I think he can. His in-game management, especially in Europe, is second to none. I think he gets the best out of existing players. And I think he acknowledges the fact that he can identify a good footballer. I mean, if you look at him talk on the High Performance podcast with Jake Humphreys, and then he's done another podcast, he talks really well, and the way he sees the game, and it's just like obvious decision making. And I think that's what we lack in certain managers nowadays. Like Nuno, he overthinks. And he makes an error because he's thinking about 2 steps ahead when really should be thinking on the one immediately in front of you.
Yeah.
And I think Will Still could come in really well with that, because he'll just think about impact and what happens immediately to affect the result. So,
are we going to have this? The concern is the owners, or certain Sullivan. Sullivan will stay on. I think that's another myth that people think is going to happen, that we go down and Sullivan will sell up. I don't think Sullivan will sell up. If he's not selling when they thought that West Ham were worth 800 mil, which we never were, he's certainly not going to sell up now if we go down and will be worth less. So Sullivan will stick around, and Sullivan won't have the patience to give a manager a 2 or 3 year project. He's going to want to come back up straight away. And that's probably another reason why someone like Will Still, I'd like to see him succeed, a West Ham lad, etc., a supporter of West Ham, but I'm just not sure he'd be the right choice. I think Bellamy wouldn't either. I think it'd be fantastic. And like you said, he'd ruffle a few feathers, but that's why my head is going Parker, because Sullivan will just go, I want to get back up straight away. Parker's proved it. He'll be the one,
Yeah.
And then what will happen is we'll suffer in the way we suffered under Allardyce in the turgid foot. If we thought that David Moyes' football was turgid, I think people have forgotten how turgid Allardyce was with his football. But there you go.
Yeah, I think in terms of like the technology and the thought process behind it, he was well ahead of the game. But again, it's just he got results ugly to get him in the position that they were. I mean, we qualified for Europe in his final season through fair play, funny enough. Yeah, I say there's I've heard shouts for Slaven Bilic to come back. I've heard shouts for not. Yeah, there's other coaches out there like Kevin Nolan. Again, I don't think he's been proven at top level. Make a good number 2 for who would ever come in. And there's loads of candidates out there.
There'll be a lot of candidates. It'll be
Thomas Frank, another one. Ange, nice.
Ange, that would be fun. But hey, we're not down yet. I want your prediction. I want your prediction for Sunday. What's going to happen?
I've just said this. I've got a good friend who's an Everton fan. He was the kit designer for West Ham kits at Umbro, funny enough. And he basically said, look, we look poor. And I went, yeah, but you're going to win on Sunday, though, aren't you? And he went, yeah, we're going to win for you on Sunday. So they feel like they want to get involved in this race to send Spurs down, because I don't think they like Spurs at all, especially with the stuff that happened during COVID. Bear in mind that when I think they kind of, how can I put it, influenced Everton getting points deductions because they were trying to offset their stadium funds as part of COVID losses. And I think Spurs were like, oh, no, you can't do that. I was like, okay, fine. So I think there's always that grudge between them. For me, I think Spurs lose. I think they lose at home. And I think we win at home. And I'd like to see Bowen score. I think Pablo is going to get the winner. Just to
you know what? That's been in my head as well. That's been in my head. The criticism that Paul has received. but it's
If he's
coming,
going to
isn't
score
it?
one goal, if he's going to
And it's
score
going to
one
be
goal,
that
why
one
not be the most important one? Yeah.
hero. I mean, we'll be having two statues up at the London Stadium. Moyes
That's it.
hugging Pablo.
Yeah, that's it. I'll get a tattoo of them two kissing or something. But yeah, whatever floats your boat, I guess. But yeah,
Adam, thank you, mate. Really
you're
appreciate it.
welcome still.
Thank you
No
coming
worries.
on.
Anytime. No worries, mate. Take care of yourself
Okay.
and come in your irons. Big game Saturday. Sunday.
Thank you, mate. And do subscribe to Adam's channel as well. Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
So there you have it, people. Prediction that we're gonna win and Pablo's gonna score the winner and David Moyes is gonna beat Tottenham Hotspur. Let's go for a few more comments before I let you go for the evening. Leeds lad, good evening, mate. Think you'll beat us on Sunday, hopefully. Hopefully, I love that. Leeds fan wanting to lose. Dark Star, Everton are nothing to play for, though. That's the problem. Have they not? I think they've still got Europe, haven't they? Or are they just too far away now? Moyes statue outside the London Stadium from Victor. Going to get a few more in before I go. Pitch-ons, got it wrong again. Everton have the opportunity to eliminate one of their challengers next season, take the toffees. That good point. Yeah. Fair play to that comment. State and Kidney, good evening to you. Moyes should be knighted if he's put Spurs down. Russ English, Irons, good evening to you. Third man, this goes down. This go down and reset is rubbish. I agree. I can't think of one club that's turned the relegation from Premier League into a positive. Yep, I agree. Teddy Wise, good evening to you. What a twist. I can't take this anymore. One more day, mate. One more game. Glenn, people saying Everton have nothing to play for, but Spurs will be nervous. Everton will be relaxed. The Moyes will save us again. Repent. No. Keith, we are staying up. Positive waves. Vinay. I hope that David Moyes isn't too bitter about his London extinction. If we stay up, Sullivan should stack Nuno and appoint Moyes. Mark, Leeds fan in peace. We have half a team missing. You won't get a better chance, mate. We won't. And if we can't beat you, we deserve to go down. James, good evening to you, mate. I hope you're well. We've just got to go for it on Sunday. No excuse. Everyone's got to play like it's a cup final. Wiggy, everyone turn up in your loudest shirts. Oh, yeah, it's a loud shirt day. I don't own one, Wiggy. You're going to have to lend me one. On second thoughts, don't. Gaza. After the last games are played, they will announce a massive points deduction for Man City and will stay up anyway. GC, family trip to the beach planned on Sunday. The old trouble and strife already hates me. This isn't helping. Anxiety, sandcastles, and cold fish and chips ahead. I think you should throw a sickie, mate. Adam, Leeds are injury ravaged, still hard to beat, but it is possible. Mr. McCarthy, that Arsenal goal, that wasn't hurts now. Absolutely, it does. Always did. Let's scroll down. Ironclad. Interesting stats came out tonight. Each time this season that Newcastle have played a team with our setup, Newcastle have won. Yeah, I think it's 12 out of 15, I believe, that they won. Arsenal are champions. Peter, don't disagree with that, mate. Arthur, good evening to you. Send Spurs down. Easy to get 6 points off West Ham next season. Well, you know what? I'll take that. If we send Spurs down, you can have the 6 points, but on perhaps not. Simon, Everton have only beaten Spurs 3 times in the last 27 games. Time for a change. Air Jordan, good evening to you. Thank you, mate. I hope you're well. Keith, I will get I love Moyes tattooed on my comrade Wobbly if we stay up. Hey, good evening to you. The good thing is Everton need the 3 points so that they play in you. I thought they were close. Rondes, do you really see us beating Leeds with how we played against Brentford and Newcastle? It's difficult. I won't lie, but you know, there's always a chance. Safety Pro Malta, good evening to you. Realistically, West Ham are down, but not yet. Patrick, Moyes draw. He loves it. Leeds have injuries. We will win. Well, if Moyes draws, then they stay up. We don't. Yorkie, good luck, Hammers from Leeds. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Sharky, DM tattooed on your butt cheeks. If anyone asks in the future, just say it means Danger Mouse. Steve, good evening, mate. Can we beat Leeds after that abject performance, play the right team, and then go if we stay up? We can, but it's got to be the right team, the right formation, the right tactics, and the right attitude from the players. Run with Pat, good evening to you. I'm really concerned if we go down with the finances. I do not want a double drop happening. I don't think it will. We'll just become a mid-table, mediocre championship team. Scott, ain't that the West Ham way? We go into the weekend with hope, beat Leeds, and Spurs will get an extra minute goal to tie with Everton. Trudge, Paco can tie up Nuno and take over versus Leeds. Dad's stat of the night: Declan Rice, the only academy product to have captained West Ham to silverware and then later win a league title. Good stat there. Dabble a bit. Good evening to you. Leeds will rather Spurs go down than West Ham because they would imagine we are more likely to struggle next season if we survive rather than Spurs, which will make it easier for them to survive. I think Leeds have now broken that duck. I think they'll actually do quite well next season, to be honest with you. I don't think they need to worry about fighting a relegation battle. Could be wrong. Matt Bowen said in the interview today that he will watch the game tonight and kick himself in the arse to get the win on Sunday. All he has to do is to kick the ball into the effing net. I don't care about him kicking himself in the arse. Just kick the ball into the net. Nigel, I hope VAR doesn't decide. That's what I fear as well. That we mess it up or that VAR messes it up for us. Darren, Areola, Walker-Peters, Mav, Disarcy, Diouf, Souček, Fernandes, Bowen, Somerville, Tati, Wilson. Please let this be the lineup. Do you know, I would actually drop this Diouf. I would put Ezra Myers in. I think he's the better of the three left backs between him, Skulls, and Diouf. Darkstar. All that effort from the Southampton players to get into the final, then that happens with Spine. Going to feel right sick. Amazing. What has gone on there? Unbelievable. Third man. Feels like West Ham have been given a lifeline. The Spurs have had one taken away. Pressure is firmly on Tottenham Hotspur. Steve. Souček has promised Moyes if we stay up. Claret and Blue forever. Good evening to you. Anyone got a crystal ball? Think the Spuds are going to be more mentally disturbed as they thought after we lost. They're safe now. They're having now they're having nightmares. That's a really, several people have mentioned that, and I think that's a really good point. John, think some need to calm down. I fear Sunday's going to be painful for months to come. We've only got to go out there and just play our game. We've only got to go out there and play our game and get the win, and then not think about what's going on in North London. Just play our game and just hope David Moyes does the business. Randy, good evening to you. Big chance, I say. Glad Chelsea gave us that favour, but it ultimately comes down to Nuno and the players to give us a performance, and hope Everton beat Spurs. Mr. Anthrope. Leeds are weakened with injuries, but it'd be interesting to see what side he puts out, Farke. Spurs look really weak up top. If Everton get an early lead, it will be total drama. Hope you do it. Thank you, mate. Really appreciated. Let's scroll down. Let's get a few more comments in. Josh. Good evening to you. My conspiracy was wrong. Signed up for the season ticket waiting list today. Look what that does to you, eh? And the fact that we got a chance and you signed up for a season ticket. Thank you, mate. CC, I'm upset because of my stroke. I can't be there on Sunday live. So, mate, get better. Things far, far more important than football. And I wish you well, mate, and hope you get better soon. Andrew, if this can't motivate the team to give it everything, nothing can. I totally and utterly agree. Upton, Everton will low block the Spuds out of it. A draw's not good enough. They've got to get a win. John, I'm saying calm down because let's be honest, we are baloney at best. We've had chance after chance and blown the lot. This is where we take our chance. Piggy Smalls, we should have had a penalty for the push on Van de Ven. We should have had a goal not disallowed against Arsenal. There's life, eh? Josh, Sunday's going to be the best day ever in the stadium or the most gutting. The hope will kill us straight to the Napier. Either way, lovely pub that, the Napier, in the Hackney, on the Hackney side. 2 up, 2 down. I'd sing that if it meant Moyes keeps us up. Sing it. Just sing. We've got Super Day. Have that in your head from the moment you wake up on Sunday. Ironclad, whatever happens Sunday, we've got the bank holiday Monday to recover. Oh, yeah, it's Bank Holiday Monday. Randy, as I say, we have to remember, though, if Nuno still cannot change his principles and go for this win, then this will hurt more. But ultimately, we got it to the final day. I just hope we can do it. Hey, do you think Sullivan will give Moyes a bonus of a couple of million if he helps us? Not a not a cat in hell's chance. Epic, good evening, mate. I hope you're well. Richie, good evening to you. Not confident of getting a win at Spurs. Sorry, West Ham fans. Don't be silly, mate. It's Super David Moyes. Jack, the ball wasn't in place, so the rules say no penalty. Nuts, but it's what it is. What it is. Yeah, let's not, Richie, I get why you might not be confident, but even Moyes and Everton will want a performance to at least have a positive finish in the end, and Spurs have the pressure on them. There's pressure on us as well, but maybe more on them. Tony, good evening to you. I feel like jumping on a plane to London, but I've spent so much going to the WC with my sons. To the World Cup with my sons, I think Rhonda would leave me. Martin, all we can ask for is a good performance from the players, 3 points, and leave the rest to chance. Jack, Garnacho's 2 first passes were to Spurs in dangerous areas. He was trying to lose the game. Glad it didn't work out. Let's scroll down. How far behind am I? Oh, quite a bit behind. So I'm going to try and go through quite a few. James to Hammers Football TV. Apologies about the loss for you, but at least the facts have been restored. Apologise how brutal that loss was for you. Scott, regardless of whether we stay up or not, do you suspect Kaczynski will buy out Sullivan? No, I do not think that for a minute. Mercedes, still, rumour has it that Sullivan is missing the game on Sunday. Yeah, he's shit scared about the grief he'll get. I don't think he'll miss it. I'll be very, very surprised. Randy, Tony, the saving grace will be if Spurs lose and we win. It will feel like a massive victory, but a relief at the same time. But Nuno and players have got to take this opportunity. That is all we can ask. Terry, good evening to you. Still in the fight. Indeed we are. Hammerette, good evening to you. I hope you're well. Who else we got here? Let's scroll down, get a few more comments in. Daz, come on West Ham, come on Everton. I've never cheered for a David Moyes side since us. Let me say that again, as much as he managed us. Rondes, some of the players are thinking about their future outside the club. They're really going to be focused are they really going to be focused for I think they will. I said it earlier. They look stunned in the way some of the fans reacted towards them at the end of the game against Newcastle on Sunday. I want a bit of reset, big out of players and another manager. Give our pacey, hungry youth a chance to prove themselves. They will if we go down. I don't know if we stay up. Why is Guardiola leaving City? Is a 60-point deduction coming? It wouldn't surprise me. What about the rumours that the players did not like his tactics? Is he the right man for the? I don't know about those rumours. To be honest, it's the first I've heard that being mentioned. Randy, Darren, we can, and Everton can get a result. Despite Everton's result at Sunderland, we at least have a 50-50 shout out that we got. But Nuno and players must take the chance. Nuno has to go for it. John Wood, Chelsea versus Sunderland, whatever the result means, any team currently on 49 points cannot get European football. Chelsea versus Sunderland, whatever it means. So what are Everton on? So if they win and they get more than 49 points, do they get Europe? Are they in with a chance? I don't know. I've not looked that high up in the league. I haven't needed to. David, is this right? Arsenal never conceded a penalty or a red card? No, they didn't. First time it's ever happened. Yes, it is. And you say VAR and PGMO are not on their side. Come on, people. Come on. London Bridge Bricks, good evening to you. Being a West Ham fan is like making love to a beautiful woman. The Fast Show. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining. Darren, good evening. Did you hear that Chelsea fans chanting West Ham are massive? Love it. Did they do that? I can't say I heard that. How funny. Thank you, mate. Really appreciated. Sent message on Excel. Listen, I'm going to get you on next time. Probably going to do a Friday show. So if you're up for it, let me know and I'll reply to your message on X. Jack, Brentford have to lose to Liverpool while Everton need to beat Spurs, need to overcome a 5-goal difference. That means Liverpool beating Brentford by a few goals and Everton doing the same to Spurs. Look, let's just hope they get a win. I don't care whether they're in Europe or not. We just want them to get a win. Who else have we got here? Hey, if Nuno decides to stay, even if we get relegated, that's total respect. Remember, Rafa Benitez stayed with Newcastle, got the nut in the next year. If he does not stay, then I want Thomas Frank. Good shout. Didn't even cross my mind. That's a very good shout, mate. I've completely forgot about Thomas Frank. Great shout. Great shout. Didn't even cross my mind. Who else we got here? Jack. Nuno has made errors that beggars belief. Something fishy going on. He's got one more chance to prove that we were all wrong and he was right. Oh. Steve, Slab Passion, is that, where is he managing now? He's not got a job, but for me, Slav has had his time at West Ham. You know, I like Thomas Frank. That's a great shout by Hay. Didn't even think of it. Official Ellis, good evening to you. Chelsea fan here, but up the ice. Thank you. Congratulations on your win tonight. Fantastic game. You played them off the park. Well, you didn't, but you got the win. So thank you, Ellis. Much appreciated, mate. Dark Star, Tati and Wilson. Mind you, they weren't that good. Tati and Wilson, I'm talking about Spurs. In the Championship, we'll tear it up. Possibly 50 goals between them. Let's hope they get 50 goals in the Premier League. Hey, I hope Sunday he does not start Souček and keep him in the second half entry. Also, we prefer our midfield to bench Fernandes and have Kante, Potts and Magassa. I don't agree with that. I'm a Souček fan. You know, he had an off game, but then so did the whole team. But I think it'll be Fernandes and Souček in the middle of the park. But Kante, I like. He's a player for the future, without a doubt. Vonnie, don't think Nuno can stand another season working for Sullivan and wants out. I don't know. I think £7 or £8 million might tempt him otherwise. I think that's how much he's getting. Fulham and Bournemouth, Randy, were poor with Parker. I remember his Bournemouth team lost 9-0 to Liverpool when he was sacked. It feels like a one-year appointment, typical Sullivan appointment. If he gets us up, I'll take the 1 year. Of course, the problem is, if he gets us up, what's he going to do if we do come up? Thomas Frank all the way. See what he did with Brentford. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Yeah, I buy into that. I completely forgot about him. Russell English. Think Emerson and Alvarez were a bigger loss than Soufal, to be honest. Emerson, yes. Alvarez could have done something for us this season. Soufal, I love him, but I think you're right there. I think, you know, we were watching wingers go past him as if he wasn't even there. Kansas Storm, Walker Peters to replace Wan-Bissaka next week. Yep, I'd take that. John, Areola, Walker Peters, Disasi, Mavro, Diouf, Bowen, Fernandes, Kante, Jimmy, Tati, Wilson. Yeah, Kante won't start, but I see why you would want him in. Ian, it really doesn't matter who people want. Sullivan, it really doesn't matter who people want. Sullivan will go for the opposite out of spite. Steve, if we go down on Sunday, needs to be the biggest protest ever. As for Sullivan, let's hope he is behind bars soon. Who else have we got here? Jack. You never know what will happen next Sunday. Ref, VAR, red cards, injuries, penalties. Today, Chelsea were poor, but 2 individual bits of skill did Spurs in. Absolutely. Gaza. Hermansen, Diouf. I don't want him. I want Areola in goal. And I'm not sure about Diouf. Disasi, Mavs, Walker Peters, Jimmy, Fernandes, Souček, Bowen, Pablo, Tati. Wilson coming on for Pablo around the 60th minute. That's probably what will happen. West Ham forever. What's the name of Adam's channel? Dads, DAD. Let me put it in the chat. Dads Our Podcast. Dads Our Podcast. There you go. Kansas, suntan lotion for Sunday, supposed to be boiling hot. Good. It means that we'll go to a game, enjoy it, watch us win, hear Everton have won, go to the pub, get really pissed, and get suntanned. The rest of you are going to get sunburnt. I'll get suntanned because I'm already dark. There you go. Montana, Nuno will not do it. Please say he will, mate. Just tonight. Search 2K. Do you actually think we'll win? Spurs definitely bottled it. We've got a chance. That's what I think. Do I think we'll win? I don't know. But we've got a chance. We're still in it. True culture. Do you honestly think that David should still be coach or not, based on how it seems like a downhill since he leaves? Do you honestly think David should still be coach? You mean Moyes? No, I admitted that it was time for him to go, but unfortunately, we didn't hire the right managers to take over from him. That's been the problem. If we stay up still, Wiggy shirt for the next live show, I'll think about it. So long as he washes it, I don't mind. So, would you rather go down now or go down next year? Heard someone saying that depending if we stay up or not. I'd rather have a chance to put it all right next season. So not go down now is my answer to that. Montana, sack Nuno, get Glasner or Iraola in, and we stay up. Bit late for that now. Don't think that's going to happen, mate. Gavin, who do you see us losing if we go down? By the way, Scholes isn't half the player Diouf is. He's going to be a stellar Premier League player. Great crosses of the ball, rare ability. Can't lose him or Fernandez. We will lose him. Who do you see us losing? Quite a few players. Oh, all the players who are on big money. So that's sorry about that. Areola will go. Bowen is likely to go. I know people are saying he'll stay. I don't think he will. A lot of players who are on big money will probably go. Of course, you've still got Alvarez, James Ward-Prowse, all on loan, all on big money. So all the players on big money will go. Fulkrug as well. You know, we're all going to go for next to nothing. And I want Fernandez to stay, but I can't see him staying. I'm not sure about your belief in Juve. Maybe it's the first season that he, you know, learning the Premier League, and maybe if we stay up, he'll be fantastic next season. I hope so. Let's scroll down. Who else we got? Jeff. Can't believe what Nuno did against Newcastle, back three, and don't play Tati. The one scoring goals as he did when he came on. Give Bellamy the job. He loves West Ham. Josh. Mind you, signed up for a ticket this afternoon, got a good crowd for games. I enjoy the day out, Premier League or not. Listen, mate, if we go down, we will embrace the Championship. We'll have no choice, but we'll still go home and away and hope for the best. Gavin, maybe some of our fans shouldn't have been so mean to Moyes. Not sure he wants to go out of his way to win for you lot. Well, I think he will, because it'll be pride for him more than anything else. Hammerette, Moyes, just because the rest Sully has got in since he's been shit doesn't mean we should have kept Moyes. Yeah, I admitted, even myself, I admitted in the end that it was right for Moyes to go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Don't sing that too loudly just yet until Sunday evening. Hammers Football, evening fresh. Good to see you on time. Randy, imagine the scenario of Moyes beating Spurs and we beat Leeds. That's a big if. Then after this whole season to have that play out would be something. He'd be a god, David Moyes, if he did that for us and we win our game. Absolutely. Let's scroll down. Who else have we got? Gavin again. Every year, people calling for our youth until they start. Skulls, not players. Nobody is after them. You know when they're 16 if they're real deal. Look, I've said it. I think we big up our academy players too much, and then when they let us down, we feel kind of like confused and disappointed. Mark, if we stay up next season, will just be another relegation battle. I don't know. I hope not. But let's see what happens. Montana, I guess Carrick is not so bad after all. We could have taken a risk. First time feature. Good evening to you. If I was Nuno, I'd let players pick the team. It will. Hello, Cat. Come here. Come here. Come and say hello to the crowd. Come on. There you go. I think you've met the others. You met Sushi and you've met Oliver. This is Katsu. Good evening, Cat. Say hello. Go on. Do you want to get up there? There you go. Right. If I was Nuno, I'd let the players pick the team. It will reveal who's really in it and who's not. That will never happen. Vinay, Moyes to Loppy was from frying pan into the fire. Potter was a descent into hellfire. Hammerette, I can't help but think if we stayed up, then we would be officially relegated as early as Wolves were this year. Look how many players are touted out already. No budget, sod that. You know, if we stay up, we won't lose some of the names that people have been banding around. I guarantee you that. Let's go a couple more. Anthony, the way Bowen was talking to Sky Sport interview is he's going to stay. Interesting. Montana, still, I'm just being realistic. 30 plus games, I've seen it all. One extra game does nothing. It may do though, mate. This is it. It may well do. Freakiest, good evening to you. Keep dreaming, buddy. We always dream. We're West Ham. Jonathan, staff will go down. Just clear the decks, manager, people, and all the details. That's it. I'm done. Thank you very much for joining in. Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you for Adam coming on as a last minute guest. Really appreciated. Look, people, look, it ain't over yet. We know what's needed on Sunday. We know we've got to rely on David Moyes to do us a massive favour. If anyone can, I guess he can. Let's see what happens, because at least we go into the last game of the season with some hope. Do I think we can do it? Well, yeah, of course we can, because anything can happen. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Leeds United are a really good side. They've proven that. They're in the Premier League. We might not be, but we've got the chance. We've got to rely on David Moyes to do the business for us, and we've got to do the business for ourselves. It doesn't matter if David Moyes wins, Everton win, and then we don't win our game. We will be for nothing. Nuno's got to get it right. He's got to get the team right. He's got to get the tactics right. He's got to get the formation right. He's got to have some fire in his belly, and he's got to. And the players have got to. The players have got to go out there and fight from the first minute, not after we go 2-0 down as we did against Newcastle. It's got to happen from the first minute onwards. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll be on, I'm sure, another couple of times between now and Sunday, and then we'll do the shows on Sunday at the game, be it before the game, after the game, and all that sort of stuff. So look out for that as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We're still in it, and I'll see you all this coming weekend.